Shades of Mor'rton is actually one of RuneScape's many dead minigames that not a lot of people know how to play. I'm not really going to go over how you do this portion of the minigame when you build a temple because there are quest guides for Shades of Mor'rton that specifically explain how to do this. What I'm going to be explaining instead is the minigame in its entirety, how to get the silver keys, and how to get the rewards like Amulet of the Damned towards the end. In order to be very efficient with your silver keys, I would highly recommend you have at least 80 fire making because that's what you need to burn the highest pyre. Also, you will get prayer experience out of this, so if you are like a pure that can't get any prayer experience, then this video is not for you, this minigame is not for you. For Iron Men, the Amulet of the Damned is actually more or less the same exact stats as a glory without the teleports, and it lasts 15 hours of combat. So you can use that if you don't have the crafting level just yet. The drop rate is actually pretty common as well. It's somewhere between 1 to 15, 1 to 16, and it's very easy to get as long as you have 80 fire making. As of now, with the introduction of the new silver jewelry, you can solo build a temple with the flame tar hammer and the flame tar bracelet. Just bring multiple bracelets with you when you do so. In order for you to get the silver keys, you need to build up from the bronze key to the steel and then to the black. Now, in order for you to do that, you should have a setup inventory that looks similar to mine. Get some sacred oils, get some oak logs, some willows or maples, and some yews. Okay, these are the very important logs because each log takes a different amount of sacred oils. Bring a superset just because you're going to be fighting some shades. Do not forget a tinderbox because if you do forget one, you're going to be wasting some of your logs and your remains. Now, once you kill your first lore shade, get the remains and use the corresponding logs, which is going to be oak or regular logs, and light the pyre in order to get the key. Now, sometimes you might get coins, so it's good to always kill 2 or 3 shades just in case. So this time we got lucky and I got that bronze key immediately. And now that we have our first key, we can enter the dungeon and kill another shade, one that's higher level. The dungeon is located north of Mor'rton, right over here that you can see on my map. So once you have a key, you can go ahead and click on the door and it should open up automatically, giving you access to the first area. Now, while you're here, it's always good, like I said, to kill 2 or 3 and bring 2 or 3 remains with you because, again, you might get coins. And if you only took 1 remain and you got coins, you're going to have to make a trip back here. Now that we got our second set of shade remains, you can go ahead and use the corresponding logs, which in this case is willow and maples with your sacred oil, making the pyre logs, and create a pyre with your remains. And as you can see here, I just got coins, so it's always great to bring a backup. Now we just got our steel key. It doesn't really matter what color steel key it is, as long as it's a steel key, then you're good. So this is the second room in the Shades dungeon. Every room that's further away from the entrance will have higher level shades. So once you're in this room, like I said before, just kill 2 or 3 of them, get the extra remains just in case you get coins. And once you have those 3 remains, you can go back to the altars and create another pyre, getting the black key. The corresponding logs for this specific shade is going to be, again, willows or maples. So it's always good to have some extras in your inventory just in case you need to use it. Willows and maples both take 3 doses of sacred oil. So again, it's always nice to have some sacred oils in your inventory just in case you need to use it. Now this is the final room before we can get the silver keys. These shades specifically will drop either coins, black keys, or silver keys. You only need one silver key in order to access the remaining shades that will drop only silver keys. So when you're in this room, it's always good to kill a little more than 3, so I would say 5 or 6 just in case. And these specific shades can only be burned by U logs or magic logs, and U and magic both take 4 doses of sacred oil. In order to burn this one, you do need 65 fire making. You can essentially get a full inventory of silver keys only with 65 fire making, but it's highly inefficient. So 80 fire making nowadays is pretty easy to get, so I would just recommend getting 80 fire making just so you can only get silver keys. Now the first one that we burned gave us coins, the second one gave us a silver key. This is all we need. So once you have a silver key, you can drop all of the remaining keys because that one silver key is going to open all of the doors. Now that you have your silver key, you can go ahead and kill the shades that drop only silver keys. They are a level 120 if I'm not mistaken, so bring some combat gear. If you have a high defense, they won't hit as much. If you want to pray, that's up to you. But all that's left for you to do is just to go kill the shades and then light a magic log pyre with that, and you will always get silver keys, sometimes the occasional coins. Also, what I didn't mention before is that while you're killing shades, you can definitely use the Sealed Amulet E because you will get that 20% accuracy and damage modifier. So that's always nice to have. Definitely put that in there if you have it. It's going to help you a lot. So I went ahead and already did a couple of the silver keys. I'm just showing you the video of what to expect. Here's me making the silver keys, getting some coins. You want to use magic logs with these only because no other will work. One magic log, one full 4-dose sacred oil, and 80 fire making are required in order to burn the pyres. Now a shortcut if you don't want to get the bronze, steel, and black keys is that if you did temple trekking and you saved some fire remains from the encounter, you can actually just use your fire remains right then and there, get a silver key, and end up going to the silver room immediately. And then you can just skip that entire portion of saving up to 3 keys, going back and forth, and opening up your chests immediately. So my 2 cents to you at this point in the video is to always save 1 silver key, whether if it's in your inventory or your bank, because you would always want to have a way to return here to kill more shades. If you spend your last silver key, you're going to have to go 1 room back, get those shade remains, and then go burn them again with the U logs. And honestly, that's the entire minigame. It's not that bad. I did get an Amulet of the Damned in less than 10 shades, and it has a pretty good drop rate of like 1 to 15, 1 to 16, so I'm fairly certain you'll get one pretty fast as well. Maybe you need it for a clue, maybe you just need it to go with your borrows gear. It's a pretty good necklace, and I'm pretty happy that I got it. If you want to do this purely for money, then you might be able to make some money. Those necklaces go for like 200k. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feedback is always a plus. I am trying to put out some more RS content. I just don't know what to put out, so feel free to give me recommendations on what exactly I should put out there for you guys. I did put out one video of my friends doing Desert Treasure earlier. I'm not really sure if it's the best video, but it's pretty funny, and some feedback on that is appreciated too. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.